The Lime-Flavored Network, the tastiest netcasts online.
Echoes Darkly is brought to you by Trisha's Bakery at trishasbakery.com.
Echoes Darkly.
Hello. Welcome. I'm all by myself. I've invited all kinds of people, but I'm all by myself. This is Echoes Darkly, episode 15. Live on February 23rd. February 23rd, 2013. That's my silent wife nodding, which makes for great audio. Yes, great audio.
I can bring some great video over.
Okay, we got a guest pig showing up here. Maybe. I don't know what's going on.
We're emptying them out.
Oh, gotcha. It's a guest pig. That's Bonsai, everybody. Squeak, squeak. Now that'll show up on audio. Oh, here we go. Well, they can hear him. Here, let's do this. This is riveting World of Darkness talk here. Okay. Okay. I'm under attack. Okay, this... No. Stop. All right, go entertain the cat, damn it. All right, back on track here. I don't have a track to be on, to be honest with you. I've got, let's adjust the video here. All right. I've got some issues, and we're just going to get them out of the way right away here. Green Team has got issues. I'm trying to work them out to fix it. I still want to have Green Team. I don't want Green Team to fail. Now I've got a cat. I don't want Green Team to fail, so I'm working on it. Bear with me. Those of you that are players, bear with me. We're going to figure it out. It'll all work. It'll be great. And we'll have it work, and everybody will know what's going on. So I apologize ahead of time as my guest cat leaves. And we will figure this out here. Now, if you are watching the pre-produced version of this episode, then you have noticed that Sean Steele is still listed as co-host. Oh my God. Ooh, look, something shiny. Jesus. Oh, there's no live viewers, but that's going to be on YouTube. Okay. Now I completely forgot what I was saying. Sean Steele is still listed in the credits on the video. At this point, Sean and I don't believe his connection will be fantastic enough to be live for certain. But we also I'm hoping that he can produce something to add into pre-produced shows. Now, I am also slightly hoping to make these live continuously, and here's how I want to do that. On one of my old podcasts, and it was a podcast, it was the lime-flavored podcast, in fact, I had a guest named Bob. Bob and I were in the Navy together. Bob and I were in what I consider to be the greatest role-playing group I've ever experienced together. Bob and I also had a podcast shortly lived. Oh yeah, never mind. I have to apologize about the clipping on the last episode. I did not realize that the audio was so jacked up. So let me start again. Well, not again, but so Bob and I. What I'm trying to do is get Bob to. I'm trying to get Bob to be the co-host here live. Bob has recently come into Saturday night free time, and he would have been here tonight, but there was a family tragedy, and Bob could not join us. So I'm here solo. But what I'd like is Bob to be the co-host until such time that Sean can rejoin me. So Sean will only be missing as long as Sean's away at the school he's at, which may be years, but I don't intend that Echoes Darkly should end anytime soon. I also have gotten no feedback about... Hi, viewer. Also gotten no feedback about the last episode. The episode in which I talk about the World of Darkness core book, the library episode. Hi, other viewer. I wonder how many people are finding this by accident, but I haven't gotten any feedback about that. So what I was wondering is if anyone watched it, and not necessarily that anyone watched it, but if anyone had comments about it or would want to point out the next book that I should be looking into. Because at this point, I'm kind of looking at the invite only for Vampire the Requiem. Oh, I lost both viewers. Awesome. Both viewers found me by accident, I'm guessing. It's very sad. That's the breaks when you're broadcasting live. Anyway, so I'm wondering, where... Oh, man. Hi. I have a live viewer. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Look, something shiny. Okay. What I should do next. At this point, I'm kind of looking at invite only. It's a book that I've read in the past, and I'd like to reread it. I have started writing the serial fiction for Dark Green that I wanted to have as the continuation / replacement for Dark Green, the Blackwood Chronicles. It does happen in Blackwood, and I'm working on some backwood. I'm looking at working on some backstory to the characters central to the city, so that... Got a beep there. Oh, that's probably Facebook. I should close Facebook while I'm doing this here. All right. So I'm working on the backstory, and I have, like I said, I've started the... What I'm trying to do is start out at a place to where I'm not doing mostly backflash. What's the word I'm looking for? Flashbacks. Or I'm not doing mostly flashback storytelling. I don't want to start out immediately with the central character to this being embraced the first thing that happens. So the central character will get embraced as part of the first, I'm hoping the first chunk. If not the first chunk, then the very second chunk. But it's going to happen fairly early. I'm laying some specific groundwork in order to bring the character into the fold of the supernatural. And hopefully that is that's something that's awesome. Now, I'm going to say at this point that the central character is a female. I wanted to go with a female lead because I have plans for the central character to do specific things that would follow along with the game books, and that is going to require a strong central figure. And though I am a man, and a white man, I'm a white man in America, which should automatically mean that I should expect my wife to spend most of her time in the kitchen making sandwiches, barefoot and pregnant. I do not think that way about women. In fact, I believe the women should be running the world. So any woman watching this, or if you know a woman that would enjoy hearing that from a man, a white man in America, go ahead and point them at this netcast, and we'll get along just fine. But I believe that only this central character can accomplish the things that I need to get across. Now, the central character won't be the only main character, but it'll be the most important character. So she has to be a she because of the things that I want to do to advance the story. So don't take that as I'm not trying to do Vampire Diaries. If I was doing Vampire Diaries, I would do Vampire Diaries, I suppose, or some fanfic for Vampire Diaries. But I want to do a continuation of Vampire, and I want to include as many other supernaturals as possible in the new Dark Green. So I wouldn't mind hearing some ideas for that, but I'm going to be including, like, I keep going back to Danse Macabre, the book, because one of the ideas in Danse Macabre is the tiered storytelling modifier. So you've got 3 levels. You've got the street level, city level, and basically political level, or the upper echelons. And I believe that the story that I'm writing can also be told like that, so that I can get used to that and hopefully run players through that in a game in the near future, or the future period. Because I thought it was a nice idea. So the central character, I'm going to try to start out in a street level situation to kind of give the streets of Blackwood the realistic feel that I believe that Blackwood needs as a city for the backdrop of this story, which is the same city that where Blackwood, that's Dark Green, the Blackwood Chronicles took place in. So the actual play that we played is the actual city. So you're going to be hearing the same district names, you're going to be hearing the same general areas, but as part of this fiction, I am going to be putting up maps and little diagrams, basically pictures of the map that I have currently made, and then maybe modify that from there. And if anyone else wants to contribute, that would be great. But I'm working on, like I said, some of the backstory, just jotting down ideas, because everything's going to be fleshed out as I'm writing it. So I'm not going to have this big elaborate story Bible, because one of the problems I've had about writing in the past is relying on a big elaborate story Bible, which normally ends up preventing me from writing anything. Pardon me for a second. Part of the reason I'm behind and recording this live is because I was sick last week, and therefore the cough is basically just a leftover. I'm getting better, and since my wife was sick first and I got sick second, and now that we're both healthy, I think that we'll both be okay and we can move on for a few months before we get sick again. But hopefully the illness is done. But so I'm working on the Dark Green fiction, and I'm very interested in, as I mentioned in the last netcast, I'm very interested more so in the new Chronicles coming out, the Strix and the God Machine. However, I'm more interested in the God Machine than I am the Strix, which, being a vampire-based, splat-loving individual that I am in the world of darkness, that strikes me as odd. But maybe it will allow me to branch out into other things, which sounds odd for me to say since I'm still in the world of darkness using the same system, which I've used as the only system. But I've got no reason at this point to branch out unless somebody else would like to branch out. To that viewer, if you're a friend on this account, you can certainly jump in here, and I'll have a conversation with you, because that's how I roll. Oh boy. Do you want to jump in and have a conversation with me too about World of Darkness games? Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? What do you want to talk about?
Then I need to be on there first.
You would need to be on there. So you're going to friend this, or you're going to come around here and give everybody a good look-see at the magnificent co-host on, you know what to count to, huh? Okay.
First, I need to figure out how to get Google Plus open. On
Yes, you do. So I'm interested in those chronicles, and obviously I'm interested in reading the fiction too, but I would rather have the chronicle book first. So I will be waiting for the chronicle book to come out before I get the anthology. And I'm probably going to reread the fiction in the World of Darkness core book, which I haven't done yet, but plan on doing. You want to search for the account lime flavored, 2 words. There you go. So that's that. Now, I'm still referring... Well, okay. There's another complaint I need to make. Well, while my soon-to-be guest here figures out how to... Yes. Well, my soon-to-be guest pops on. The other thing I need to complain about is the White Wolf forums. Every single week, mainly on Saturday nights, when I would want to announce that I'm doing a live show, or that Sean would announce that we are doing a live show, the forums go down. Why? I mean, this is happening. Can we get it fixed? And the other thing is that the forums are god awful slow. I mean, you can click on a link, go get coffee, take a bathroom break, and watch a good chunk of TV before the forum pops up. Now, once you get the forums open initially, they work just fine. And I know this is a small complaint that I'm sure it's like dial-up. It's like I'm on a T1 and the forums are on dial-up, and I am waiting for the forums to come up. It gets aggravating sometimes. And all the activities on the White Wolf forums, not the Onyx Path forums, which I was on for quite a while, and then they just kind of died when the White Wolf forums came back up. Yeah. So that was a small complaint. Not sure what's going on there back with the... Got a problem?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Oh no, you don't want to start one. Very interesting. This makes for great audio, by the way. All right. Don't go to that. Oh yeah. I'm not sure how to fix that. Viewer, interested in joining me? I think you have to be my friend first.
How do I do that?
I'll go try to friend you too. This is great audio or video or whatever, but you can live with it. It's great. Good stuff. Let's see here. There we go. Ooh. I would also like to get on the Darker Days Radio individuals. That would be spectacular. Because they are also very... I mean, well, they've had some... Oh boy. All right, so you should be able to... should have got a notice that I just friended you. Put me in a circle.
I did.
Okay. Well, you should be able to join now. Unless I need to invite you specifically. Is it safe for waiting for others to join?
Yes.
Okay, now back out of it. Lots of crazy people. Interesting. You are not online. According to my Hangout status. Anyway. This is... Oh, okay, wait. You added me back. Now let's try. Still not showing up. I don't know how to fix that. Why don't you just sit next to me?
That's no fun.
Yes, but it makes things a lot easier. Joining me will be nobody. Anyway, so that's what I have on the docket thus far. I plan on doing invite only next week. It's going to be a pre-produced show. And at this point, if Bob is not going to be on, it should be a pre-produced show from here on out. So the banner at the bottom of the screen here will probably have more direct information on the pre-produced shows, so because I can make them ahead of time. I've been using this one, but I should make a new one that I can change, like I've been using for my lime flavored show, which changes every episode. So you can reach us here at Echoes Darkly at echoesdarkly@gmail.com. You can also find us on limeflavored.com. Any of the lime flavored pages like Facebook, Google Plus, any of that. We do plan on doing live if Bob can be regular about that, or if Sean can pop on, we can still do that. I may change the recording time now that we're out of the Christmas season to a slightly earlier time so that Bob doesn't have to stay up quite so late, because Bob is in the, I want to say, Eastern time zone, and I'm in the Central. So for me, it's 9:30 right now, as I'm talking to you. But we'll see how that goes. And like I said, Bob had a family emergency, so if he can join me next week, Echoes Darkly 16 will be live, and I will attempt to post that on the website before we go live so that you know we're going to be live, if that makes any sense. So I apologize that this netcast got a little bit derailed. We were trying to get my wife hooked up so that she could join us and be at the bottom of the screen here to do it that way, but that did not work, and we are not sure why yet. But I will fix it, and all will be well in the world. So until next time, it's DJ Allen echoing out.